year. Well, I hope this song's enough.
What do you want for Christmas? Well, a lot of people, just to be home for the holidays would be plenty. Amongst friends and family and pets and lizards and goldfish that you used to have. That'd be nice. That would be sufficient for most people, but unfortunately, not everyone can be home with the family for Christmas. And that's sort of the reason why I do a video Christmas card with the help of Sam Hill, my partner in film. We'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas just with some visual images of Christmas as they happen at our house. So, right now you probably wonder what I'm doing. Well, I'm decorating the tree. I'm trying to put the lights on so they won't come on. So, not everything. It's on the Christmas tree.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Anyway, I would like to say, I wish I could be home for the holidays, but I'm thinking about everybody. Actually, I made this card for everybody, not just for family, but I'd like to say hi to Mom and Dad and Joe and my little niece Lizzie. Hey, Lizzie. Hi, Lizzie. It's your Uncle Kev dog. Have you met the duck? Quack! Anyway, I'd like to also say hi to Gare if I ever end up getting a copy of this to him. To my friends everywhere. But, people ask me, what do I want for Christmas? And I know that Christmas is mostly giving and not getting, but you have to bear in mind you're going to get some things. And you want to make sure you get the right things. And you want to make sure you ask for the right things and you're not shy. So,
Birth control.
birth control would be a good one. But since I haven't had sex in as long as I can remember, I've got another suggestion. A little thing that you might want to think about as a stocking stuffer, not as my main gift, not as my big present. I know there's little presents and big presents and some in between. So for the little present, you might want to think about this. This is perfect for the stocking, and looks like Santa already put some in here. This is a Silver Oak Cabernet Sauvignon, Alexander Valley, 1985, and it's just delicious. 86, 87, 88, they're all good years, but the 85 was stellar. So you're thinking about getting something for, just a little stocking stuffer, just one of the little gifts. 85 Silver Oak, perfect. All right. Anyway, this is more than just Season's greetings via video. This is kind of my gift to family and friends. We're going to include some little video items that you might find interesting. Some films, some clips and stuff like that. And just because these things aren't cheap to make, we're going to have to put a commercial in too, because our sponsors are paying the bills here. So I'd like to make this a family sort of Christmas, since everybody's going to be watching this. So you probably won't see this kind of thing.
All right.
And I'll be careful, real careful that you don't hear this.
What's the goddamn shadow of a goddamn mustache? You look like an idiot.
Yeah. Or see anything that looks like this. So anyway, I think we're ready to roll. I'll just continue decorating the tree, and in a couple minutes I'm going to start seeing a little video Christmas greetings via some of our films. What's that look? That look good, Sam?
Mm-hmm.
I like him upside down. Maybe we should stick something in his eyes.
What do you want for Christmas? What do you want for Christmas this year?
Quack! Are you shooting? No. Okay, I'm almost out.
Give me a mark on your chest.
Got it? We got it. Hi.
Just a moment.
Okay.
That's it, thank you. Have a nice day.
How are you doing?
Fine, thanks, welcome. It's a $5 entrance fee, please.
Okay.
What's that, an 8mm camera or something?
16.
Pardon?
16.
16,
Yeah.
wow.
Right.
Can we get a, is it possible to get a pass for like 10 days? I mean, the $5 is good for 7 days, right?
That's good to re-enter. Are you going to be going out after 7
We're
days?
going to be in El Portal most of the time and coming in and out of the park. Is there anything you can do?
There's all, you know, I mean, you're going to keep, obviously the government's going to keep it simple. You only got 7-day passes or one for the rest of the year.
So we'll just have to buy 2 7 days?
Right.
What's the year-long pass?
Yeah, I mean, just go ahead and buy one now, just a $5 one, and then just see what happens after 7 days.
All right.
I mean, you never know. You might get lucky enough to come in after hours or something.
Well, I'm going to be hanging out mostly with...
a movie or something?
Yeah. I'm going to film, it's a film about El Portal, actually.
About El Portal?
Yeah. And
great. Now, the green ticket's the car permit, so you just hold on to that, okay?
okay.
So just show it when you come in and out of it.
All right. And the Dogs are playing in El Portal next Saturday night.
Who?
The Dogs, El Portal Dogs.
Who are they?
That's their legendary band. They used to play up here about 10 years ago.
Yeah, I've heard about them. I've heard about that band. I just forgot the name.
You might want to check them out because it'll be a fun
Saturday
show.
Night.
Next Saturday,
Where's it at?
in Community Hall in El Portal.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, great.
All right.
That's great.
We're going to film it too, so
Oh,
it'll be
see
fun.
ya.
Thanks a
All right,
lot.
Take care. Have a good film.
I don't know if he was in me.
What did I just do with that little green thing?
Exactly. That's kind of when I started down this way.
That's Fernando back there.
What did you guys come up for?
Come up.
Are you just visitors?
Well, actually, we're visitors. We're making a film about El Portal this week, and
Because we have two 1144s up above, too, right now. Yeah.
What?
Those are corner cases. Two
Oh.
climbers at the dump today.
Yeah,
was that in Tuolumne Meadows?
Tuolumne Meadows. That's,
Okay.
yeah, that's on Cathedral Peak. So I thought maybe you were coming up. There's a lot of press up there on that right now.
Oh no!
We're already camping here. We're on our way back. We went down to
On the day we got into Yosemite, 2 climbers had died in Tuolumne Meadows, and there had been a head-on collision on the Crane Flat Road involving about 8 cars. Yosemite is plagued with its share of problems, like overcrowding and corporate greed. But we were on our way to El Portal. I'd lived there about 10 years ago, and I'd never lived anywhere where I'd felt such a sense of community. I convinced a friend of mine, Sam Hill, to come up with me with a movie camera to see if we might find a few old friends who live in El Portal, the satellite to paradise.
Kind of like living in a company town because it all used to be private. It was originally just mining claims, but in '58 the Park Service, I guess, they are continually working on master plans for Yosemite to try to figure out what to do with it. And El Portal in '58 applied by a congressional bill as a future administrative site for the Park Service to build a community to support the park instead of building it in the park. So yes, El Portal kind of, in a way it's a blessing because we haven't developed like any other beautiful little mountain town would. I mean, we don't have McDonald's.
One thing I want to tell you about Andy is, he still has got his spirit, but he really just is very inactive. And so, really, if you don't want to waste a film on Sunday, you got to jump right in there and bring him back around because he really wanders when he talks. It's not like he's senile or anything, but
Right.
I don't know what the dynamics are going to be like between him and Jimmy Law and Dorothy, but they've all been here forever, and I'm sure hopefully they'll spark off each other and, as they tell their stories.
I think it was in when was it? Well, it was around 1930. The family had come to the family camp up at Tuolumne, at the Oakland family camp.
Tell them what you did, Dorothy. Tell them what you did in the park, your job.
Oh, my daughter was working in reservations up here, and she called me up and she said I divorced my husband because he was a homosexual.
Oh, really?
Just
Anyhow, she called me and she said, Mother, there's a job up here I think you'd just love.
Uh-huh.
And I said, well, what is it? And she said, well, she told me, she says, it's decorating in the Omani. I said, okay. So I came up and they went over to personnel and they wanted me to see the manager of the Omani Hotel because he was always interested in work. So I went over and talked with Canet. Did you know Canet?
No.
No. You missed something. So I decorated the Omani Hotel. When was that hotel built, Andy?
The hotel was completed in 1927. Early, they say 1926, but it was actually just a little bit of work was done in the very last month of, or the first month of 1927.
Did you do some of the work on the hotel?
Yeah.
When was
I
it
worked a little bit of the very last of the stonework, very last part, and then I worked on the installation of the rafters and the polishing of the rafters in the dining room.
They used to take the tourists up into the valley from here, you know, there was a railroad came in Purtell.
Right.
And the people would come up this far on it, and then at first they'd take them up in a horse and wagon and a surrey, and they had their barn for their horses just over.
I bring my friends up here for the city,
Uh-huh.
because they don't understand when I talk about Upper Town. You know, when we're back in the city, they don't understand. They don't get the idea of it, and when I bring them up here, you know, they get a better understanding of it. You know, what it's all about. You know, everyone's friends, you know. In the city, most everyone has an attitude, you know.
Right.
I always try to start something with someone else.
Right.
I think Kevin has an attitude.
Yeah.
Do you think that people drop their pretensions when they get? I mean, I found that in the city, people playing roles more. You know.
Yeah.
I'm a yuppie or I'm a professional.
Yeah, they all try to fit into a different category. Up here, you know, you just.
Yeah.
That's it. And,
Well, I know with, you know, most of the people that I know that are my age up here, you know, I've been having conversations with like Laurel and Nancy and John, and I mean, it is a concern that El Portal, as we knew it, you know, is not going to be much longer because of changes in the park. I mean, what do you think when you like see the South Fork picture and everybody's stark raving naked, you know? I mean, is that weird?
that's not weird. That's what El Portal is all about.
That's how you remember it?
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
It was weird. I remember I thought when I was little.
Yeah.
I wore a bathing suit all the time.
Did you meet Sam last night?
Sort of.
Kind of.
Hi, Sam.
How you doing?
I didn't see him, but I heard him.
Right, I remember that.
Well, where are we going to go?
Swimming.
Where at?
Rolling.
What?
Slowly.
Is it rolling?
Rolling. Rolling down the river.
Rolling! Whoa!
Sam! Relax!
Is there a possibility that Alberta could be commercialized? No private industry?
No, it's going to be, you know, it is a satellite of the park, and its development will be totally overseen by the Park Service. You know, they want to have their offices, their maintenance buildings, their, you know, a lot of employee housing down here, but there's been a lot of problems. Like if they did increase the population of El Portal fourfold, they'd have to increase the traffic between here and the park. I mean, that's one of the problems in the park. When there's such turnover with administrators that have no idea what it's like as a community here, they just see us as, you know, develop, you know, property that's to be developed for their... A lot of them are just, I'm starting to wonder. It's a big, long story!
Satellite to paradise. Sound rolling.
Take one. Got it? In my life I've dreamed about you. In my dreams I've turned to dust. Now I know it seems without you. All my diamonds have turned to rust. There's no one left to trust. I'm singing satellite to paradise. It feels so nice. It feels like home. It's tired tonight. Satellite to paradise. It feels so nice. It feels like home. It's flying tonight. Satellite to
It's just beautiful. I lay in my bed and I can look out through the oak trees and see it facing the other direction, and see the sun come up, and the difference in the timing every morning of the sun making it up over and around the mountain. It's very, very interesting.
Incredible! Rocks? Yeah! Wow!
Rock wax and rock bumper sold separate. Rocks, new from Boulder.
Like totally screaming.
night, Gummy Bears of Death. And we're like really angry, right? I mean, we at least, pretended to be really angry. So this babe comes in to see us, right? And she sits down and she's like my biggest fan. I mean, she's like, well, she's my only fan, really. Well, she was actually the only person there that night, so, it was cool. But, she liked the band, so at the end of the night, she's like clapping, and it's kind of like the old slow hand, and I knew I was done. Take her home, and in about a week, she's moved in. I mean, she like moved out of the old 88 that she was living in under the bridge, and she's hauled all her shit up to my house and moved in. So anyway, it's pretty good at first, I mean, we drank a lot and we fucked a lot, and it was all right. I had no complaints. Anyway, we're hanging out and acting like Euro art snobs, and after a while she starts doing the chick thing, like, I'm not getting enough out of this thing, right, or, you don't give me the emotional support I need, right? I mean, she's asking me shit like, what do you think, I mean, what do I think? I think, what is this? And then she's like saying, well, what do you sense in your body? And I'm like, gas and rot, like everybody else. I'm no different. And then she comes at me with like, what do you feel in your heart, And I don't know what to say, I'm like, I start thinking about shit like, start thinking about when my sister put my kitten in the microwave, because I scratched a Bee Gees record, and I'm thinking about like the Christmas my dad got shit-faced and he tried to light my mom on fire, at a time when
Ooh, Daddy loves you, ooh, he loves you, Daddy loves you, ooh, Daddy loves you, ooh, he loves you, Daddy loves you.
You know what's really strange? I mean, you know what I really think she wanted? I really think that she wanted like the Mootry and, have a bunch of kids and, raise little goaties and chickens and stuff like that, and, I really think that would have pleased her, but, I don't know, man. That one just scared the shit out of me, I'll tell you. I mean, a couple of screwball fuck-ups, bringing another little screwball fuck-up into the world, I mean, yeah, right, I mean, I'm all over that shit, right? Not. There was an upside to all this, though, I mean, it wasn't all doom and gloom. I mean, we had one thing in common. We love the movies, I mean, the movies, I mean, people, they lived, and then they loved, I mean, they had real lives, they were like real people. And then, after it was over, I mean, even if it wasn't a happy ending, you could always just, get up and leave and go get a Coke or something, and, so we watched a lot of movies, I mean, we liked old movies and, classics and cartoons, and we just like, the feel of film. We like the texture of film, and, even like the scratches on film, I guess as long as we were watching movies, we didn't have to think about our own stinking lives. But, you know, eventually it just all turned to shit, you know. So one day she says to me, you know, the sum total of your attention is either on your wine glass or your coffee cup. And anything outside of that, you're barely cognizant of. So I say, what an astute observation, Miss Loving Kindness. You know, we get in this big fight and, I don't know, I guess I said something to piss her off. Maybe I hurt her feelings, I don't know. So one morning I'm sleeping and she comes in to tell me she's leaving and I'm just, you know, I just laid there. I didn't even move, you know. I didn't give a fuck. She probably thought I was dead. Maybe I am.
Oh, it's good, actually.
Merry Christmas from all of us here in Boulder. Bye-bye. Bye. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy Hanukkah.